Welcome to the season of self-love, your daily dose of inspiration and encouragement. I'm your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery. Are you ready to elevate your mindset and embrace the power of self-love? Well, have you come to the right place? Each day we'll dive into topics that will empower and inspire you on your journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. Whether you're looking to cultivate healthy relationships, boost your confidence, or find balance in your life, this podcast is here to support your every step on the way. We believe that self-love is the foundation of living a fulfilled and joyful life. And together we explore practical tips, insightful interviews, and transformative stories that will leave you feeling inspired and motivated. So join me Monday through Friday as we embark on this daily adventure of self-love. Tune into the Season of Self-Love podcast to start your day on a positive note and discover the limitless potential within yourself. All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Today is Friday, May 31st, 2024. And hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and today we are diving deep into the word that has the power to transform our daily lives, and that word is appreciation. See, as we continue our journey on using our words impeccably, let's explore on how appreciation enriches our mental health and nourishes our soul. And remember, it is Mental Health Awareness Month, so making this discussion is even more important. But we have our resident therapist, Dr. Will, with us. What's going on, Dr. Will?
I'm thoughtful and thinking.
Okay. You're thoughtful and thinking?
Two very different mindsets.
Yeah, you're thoughtful and thinking. All right, TT. All right, you ready for this topic? Yeah.
Yes, I love the A word.
Yeah, I like that. Oh my God, you okay? All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna come back. And then when we come back, Dr. Will is gonna lead us through a nice little guided meditation in the beginning of this episode. All right, it's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back.
Washington Wellness Institute focuses on healing always. For me, if I look good, then I feel good. If I feel good, then I share the good. If I share the good, then I celebrate the good. If I celebrate the good, then I live the good. So I can be paid to be my greatest. But I have to learn the good to be the good.
So, what does it take to be the greatest? It's as simple as a free 15-minute consultation. Be kind to yourself and heal always.
What are some common barriers that prevent people from expressing? Hey, it's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks, here from the Season of Self-Love podcast.
Yeah, I would say remorse. So shame and guilt is a very dividing emotional.
And these are one of the many amazing conversations that we have every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Season of Self-Love podcast with myself, Nyomi Banks, as well as our resident therapist, Dr. Will Washington of Washington Wellness Institute. Come by.
The reality of our relationships.
Come by.
And a lot of times we're afraid of how people look at us. And so that compassion can't enter.
You can hit us on our website, the Season of Self-Love podcast.
Let me ask you this, with the truth, is it
All right, welcome back. It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks, here on this Season of Self-Love podcast. And today we're talking about appreciation. You know, the month of May is all about using our words impeccably, as well as Mental Health Awareness Month. And I have our resident therapist here with us, Dr. Will. Hey.
Hey, I'm feeling boastful and bountiful.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. You we gonna, it's just something happening right here.
It's a verb. I try to use better verbs. I was going for verbs.
Okay. All right. So, my beautiful people, I want to welcome y'all back. You know how we always start off our shows is with a nice guided meditation, and
this is our last. I'm just sitting here. This is our last
I
show.
mean, I was like, I hope you say something about it right now, but we just get right into it. I really hope. I was like, please say something. Please just say like a little speech, just something.
Yes, this is our last. This is our last show of our first season.
Mhm.
Man, I guess just even this, ending it with this word as impeccable appreciation is, I guess that's the way to go out, huh? That's definitely a way to go out, because not only is it a appreciation for Dr. Will of joining me on this journey, but also appreciation of all of you listeners there. Truly. And I'm gonna say appreciation for myself. I'm gonna be like Snoop Dogg. He said, I appreciate myself.
I got to.
Yeah. And because this journey has not been easy. It's been very challenging. And to continue to look at yourself in the mirror and be able to embrace all the imperfections, but not only embracing those imperfections, but knowing that there is an elevation and a change and a transformation that needs to happen, but also allowing that transformation and working with the transformation and not against it. With this journey, it's been very eye-opening for me. It's been an amazing journey. I'm just at times I get lost for words. Yeah, when I think of this is episode 136. 136 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah. And just
I wonder
to,
what the angel number means.
yeah, that's 136. Yeah. And when I decided, I didn't know when to, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know when to cut it off. I just said, I do it at 100 episodes? And I said, no, it's more to be said. Do I do it? I didn't know where. And I said, you know what? It's time for me to take a rest, to reset, to regroup, to come back. Because I have more ideas for season 2, just to allow it to grow. And so it's like right now, taking this break is allowing it to simmer. It's because it allow it to simmer and become very savory, as I believe more people will come and listen to it, to just allow it to manifest more and to bring more. So how we cook and we steady just adding in more sauce and sauce.
Sometimes you get to let it sit.
Right now it's time for me just to turn it on a little bit and just let it simmer, through these next 3 months, and allow that aroma to come for everybody to smell it. Yeah.
Wow. Angel number 136 actually means the start of new projects and the manifestation of your dreams.
Wow.
So, divine guidance and the manifestation of divine plans.
Well, there it is. There it is.
You good.
Wow.
Yeah. You the one.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, so let me say this. It is because I'm just I want to get into the show. I really do. But it's just like I'm ready to have me a drink of tequila.
I was gonna drink one tonight. I was like, I'm gonna do something.
Yeah, like a drink of tequila, like something like really, because we always talk about celebrating our wins, celebrating those goals, celebrating ourselves, even no matter how small or how big they are. And a lot of times we want to start something. You know what I mean? We want to start something, and for some reason, we never have the courage to do it. Whether it feels like, we don't think we have enough money for it, or we don't have enough talent, or we don't knowledge for, or we are not just worthy of being there, or even just pure, I'm gonna fuck it up. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And through this whole journey, I went through all of that thinking, all of that. And I kept on going through. So if anything, this is a sign of me of overcoming my own self-doubt. This is a testament in itself, period. When people look at me and they see my name, Nyomi Banks, you think, oh, that's that porn chick.
Mm-hmm.
How is she talking about spirituality? How is she talking about self-love? How was she talking about all of these things when she did A, B, C, D on camera?
Right.
You know, that's just one part of me. That's just that. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same I could say about anybody like that. That's how you went to work at McDonald's.
It's just your life wasn't on camera. We could like put a camera on you and see about your life. You sure you want that?
You know, and
Mm-hmm.
I had to ask myself this: why are you doing this? Why are you doing Ask Naomi Bridget Again podcast? Why are you doing the Season of Self-Love podcast? Is it for you? Is it to prove someone else wrong? Is it to show, what is it for? And I think we talked about this last week a little bit. You know, are your intentions really true and pure or when you're doing this?
Right.
And I don't know what I'm going to do for these next 3 months because I love to get up in the morning and do this show. I started one way and it's different. So when we're finished, I'm in a whole different mood, you know.
Right.
When I'm done with this, you know, and it feels amazing when I do the editing and I go back and listen to the shows all over again. It's just like I'm listening to it for the first time. It used to be a time that I used to hate hearing my voice.
Wow.
Now I love hearing my voice because I love to hear what the messages are. Because the messages are not only for you, but these are messages for me, for myself.
Yeah. You're finally listening to your own advice.
Yeah.
And many of us that don't like our own voices because we don't actually like listening to our own advice. But we love giving it to others.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know this whole creation of this wasn't just for you all. This was for me as well. This was for me as well, knowing that I have to be about it. I can't just talk about it. I can't talk self-love. I have to be self-love. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and your statement of saying I had to do this for me, seeing you actually create it for you allowed me to see myself in it because you didn't make it for me. And so I had to find myself in your dream. And I was able to do that because it was selfless. It was truly a part of your heart. And so heart sees heart. Right. And so the more I've even worked and witnessed you, that secondary healing is what I talk about so much. I saw you creating your own healing. And so it created me the chance to create my own healing as well. And that's so prolific to be able to be a part of someone's healing so much that you actually get to your own too. Being with you has restored my faith in creating as well.
Well, thank you. You know, it was, you know, before every show I do a prayer. And I was thanking God for from having the courage to have vulnerability and being balanced in this journey. And if you think about it, courage and vulnerability are on two different roads. So remember that road that you talked about yesterday when you took us guided meditation. And that's why when I knew when you was like, when you first, opened us up with it and you said, I want you to envision yourself on this road and you're on this road and there's two different roads. And you have to make a choice on which road that you want to go through. And you took us around that whole road. So before when you was talking, I was like, I don't want to go around there. I'm right here. I understood what it was, but I still went down that road because what I had to do was, first of all, I want to make sure that we would still continue aligned in this and where you were going. I want to see where you were taking me to. I want to see where you were taking me to. But also it gave me confirmation that, girl, this is it. You are facing your true north. Keep going. Keep going. Don't worry about nothing else. Everything is going to make its way. Take your hands off of it now. You already put all the seasoning in it. Now let it marinate, let it simmer, let it get all this flavor, and let it go and go and let it go. You not only have you show your authentic self, but you showed your honest heart. You showed it. You showed your vulnerability, your courage. You showed your boldness. You even shared a tear in this podcast. You laid on a couch and was able to be, allow somebody to go into your head on this podcast. So right now, there is nothing else that you need to do. Is just allow it to do its work. We don't want to hear nothing else from you right now. We just want you to go prepare for the next season.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how many months was this?
I started in October. That's my birthday month. And it started off just as a 1 month series. And it's supposed to went into, I did a class, a self-love class, embracing self class. And that's where it went into. But in the process, I think I was like in week 2 or 3, and I was sitting in meditation and it was like, this needs to be a daily show. And I was sitting there, how am I going to do this? Like, what? Like, and it went from there. And I know that it has grown so much. I remember starting with the meditation. I had everybody hands up, just all of that, just doing. And it kind of like, kind of went into this. Oh, I haven't watched anybody, looked at anybody. It's just like, this is what you're doing. This is the things that you need. This is the things that you've been through. These are things, and sometimes it be even people that I've spoken to that I'm like, oh, wow, people need to hear this. Meaning that people need to be able to get through this. I can't share the exact conversation that I've had with someone, but I know that is needed. So not only I'm taking theirs, but I'm taking my own stuff as well. But then at the moment, it's like, okay, I need to, when I knew, hold on, this is getting a little overwhelming. There's something that I'm missing. And I remember sitting in my golden rose room. I remember sitting at my ancestral altar, asking and praying. It was a Monday. Look, I'm going into the year. I'm going into the new year. And the year of 2024 is supposed to be my year of domination. Now, y'all know what I'm doing. You know how I'm doing it. I need some help. I need some help. And I need to know who's sending it. Who's sending the help?
Exactly. Yes.
And not knowing that you was going to come back around because you had contacted me before for a whole nother show on Ask Naomi.
Right.
And you
not even knowing I was getting into.
Yeah. Tap me. You thinking you would ask Naomi. Like, baby.
I trust and I appreciate it because I felt your purpose. I could trust what you needed. And you could trust what you were asking of me too. And I think that's one of the most special parts about it.
Yeah.
Is that I could trust you because you were in your purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. But let me share something with you. I never shared this with you. So when you came on and we talked. We had that conversation. I remember we had a great conversation. Everything just aligned. It was good. And I remember I was talking to my sister, and I remember in that conversation that we were talking, and because you do holistic, healing as well, and she was going to be my holistic healing. I have on my board this whole facility called Elevate Me, and she was going to, and she hadn't really been doing it, and I was waiting for her, and I remember sitting talking with her, and she was like, "No, sis, go on." She said, "Because I'm holding you back." She said, "No, go." She said, "This is what it's supposed to be." She said, "I'm coming." She said, "I'm coming." She said, "If anything, I can probably learn from him." You know what? Because at that moment, I thought, I was like, "Hold on, am I doing something wrong?" And so in that moment, I kind of second guessed myself, because we've always done everything together. You know what I'm saying? And this journey, I have been blessed to be able to go through this spiritual journey with not only my blood sister, but she's also my soul sister. There's
Wow.
that's something that's so uncommon for blood sisters to also be soul sisters and understand
Yes.
their purpose in life, and us helping each other along the way. And I just, felt that she will be a part of this. Well, she will, but it'll be in a whole nother season of it, you know. You came, and then after that conversation, of course, I went Googling you. I did that. And I sat and I started to second guess myself, because I was like, oh, did I get too far? What that conversation is going to look like? How are we going to be on air? How are we going to do that? And something said, girl, if you don't shut your ass up and go sit down over there, because this is what you asked for. What you asked for. Just do what you've been doing, and everything's going to fall in place. Everything's going to fall in place. And that was, what I'm telling you, it kind of just, but the very first show, it was just like, damn.
Yeah. It is amazing that if I didn't do my own reps and my own work and my nonprofit and the streaming and learning how to do all this, I would have had no understanding of like how to present myself. And so I was preparing myself for things that I didn't even know I was ready for. And that was like the aha moment where it's like, I get who I am online, offline, and in between. I understood. And it didn't matter which medium it was, because I learned myself through it all.
Yeah.
And I did it all alone. And so to share all that with you has been such a gift, because normally I have to come in and teach everything. No, I just got to be with you because we were on the same frequency. So I feel so in tune with you.
Yeah.
I feel so in tune with you.
Yeah, same here. Truly, same here. I was thinking of you in the fact that I hope I don't ruin his career.
If that's the reason why my career ruins, I hope it does ruin my career, because the truth is that I believe in this so much that I'm going down with the ship. If I jump off that boat,
we ain't going down.
Look, if that's the reason, I was like, because I once I believe in something, I go through it all the way. I don't jump my ship, even if I'm wrong. Look, I go all the way.
And I was thinking, and something kept saying, no, like stop, like. And this is what I've learned. You have to show up the way that you are supposed to be. Not nobody else's, because they don't think you of who you are with, regardless. Some people gonna keep coming with you and grow, and some people are not. And you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that. And so the same words and everything that you speak every day, Monday through Friday, you come on here and you speak these words. You have to live these words. You have to live these words. You have to remind yourself of these words. You got to go back.
You remind me all the time of my words. I'm like, don't tell me what I said. Tell me something that you said. I get so mad. You tell me I'm like, I know what I said, but what did you say? I want to hear your words. Stop telling me my words. I get so mad.
But we have
great wisdom.
But we do. For some reason, I don't know. And that's just like, and I hate doing this, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. That's like, because as a kid, I used to sit and watch my mom and them highlight things in the Bible, highlight scriptures in the Bible. They taking notes or whatever like this. And the preacher be preaching. And they don't think whatever the preacher said, it ain't about them. It is not about them. When I felt like this shit just happened this week. Like it very so. But it doesn't that's not it. And I knew that this right here, I knew that no, this is what we go through on a daily. These are questions that we have for ourselves on a daily. These are questions that we have for other people that don't know how to answer it or won't answer it because they are afraid of looking at themselves for who they are. And a lot of times we are not who we think we are because we don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We haven't done the work. We haven't peeled the layers back on who we are, period. And that is what this is about. So even though like this year, the first season, it was taking it down and taking each word. How next season gonna go? I don't know. I'm going to use this summer to allow it to elevate to whatever it's going to be so I can go start up another pot, start putting it in there and cooking it up, So I don't know exactly what it is going to be, but I know it's going to be about self-love. That's what I do know. Because the thing is that this right here, you, us, me, this is a forever healing process.
Yes, this is our lifestyle, and this is the path that we've chosen. Yes.
Yeah. And so that means in conversations, yes, we have to learn how to have conversations with people, with others. We do.
We do. And I think that golden rule of with self-awareness comes emotional responsibility. That's my golden rule. And the self-awareness that we've come to and the self-awareness that we've grown together with has created another level of responsibility where you're at the point where you're like, I need to take a break and I'm going to reset, remove every saturation, embrace truth, RESET, and you're going to reinvest and empower again. The power of pausing, right? You hit your plateau and now it's time to push, right? So enjoy this plateau and enjoy the space and the learning and the certifications and whatever you need to do. And then get ready for your push again. This is the process. A lot of people just think, oh, I'm plateauing, that's bad. Like, no. You're supposed to explore and grow and develop and invest in your plateau phase. And then you push again because then you have a direction and a goal that's guided by your preparation and your readiness. And that's so beautiful to know that you're resetting in this moment to launch again.
Yeah.
You don't hear that from people. All you see is people go and never recharge. They never see that part. They never get to see that part.
Yeah.
So that's amazing that you're authentic in that way.
Yeah. I have to, because I was that go. It was a time where I felt that I had to hurry up and get it, like go. The hustler mentality of me, I'm Southside Chi-Town, Chicago. That was the thing. Runner, basketball player, boom, boom, boom. Number one, this. And it had become like, you got to slow it down. Slow it down. Be in the moment. Appreciate now. Appreciate these moments now. So even though, remember I told y'all on Tuesday about finding the positivity through chaos, that's what I mean by appreciating the moment right now.
Appreciation is a great way to break down.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So even though I went through that little chaos with that little lady, next thing you know, she come outside the back door and she want to step to lick you up and down by changing faces, not even listen to
Like, who just walked in my house? Let me
Right.
reset.
Yeah. With that, it allowed me to see her in a different light. It allowed me to see another part of her without that mask on. That's something we talk about a lot here, about taking that mask off and removing that mask. It's so funny because I had wanted to, I hope I got time, break for Mother's Day. My sister brought me this kind of statue. It's a gold, it's kind of like a statue with a hand holding a mask. And I said, oh, that's going back in my studio. She said, I knew you would love this. She said, because you're always talking about taking that mask off, removing that mask. And I'm going to get it when we take our first break. I'm going to get it and show it. But that is a part of a symbol just of my life, because I know I was taught to put that mask on.
Wow.
That mask, as we all are, but times take that mask and be you. Be who you are and appreciate who that person is. Whether if you got big ass eyes, a big nose, you know what I'm saying, cellulite, stomach, or whatever it is, embrace all of that.
Right.
Be healthy with it. That's my thing. Be healthy with it and love it. And it took me a long time to get there. It took me a long time to get there to understand what all of this is. And to appreciate it all, period.
I love how the way you said appreciate, it's understanding the abundance of your journey.
Yes.
And that's something that is irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Is understanding after everything, ups, downs, mids, highs, lows, it's the appreciation of that awareness of that bound, it's so bountiful. And I think we don't get time to acknowledge that, because we think we have to just move on and put the mask on and move on. Like, no, you can sit in this. You can sit in your appreciation. A lot of us are taught to just move on from our appreciation. No, sit in that. I graduated last year. I'm still sitting I still wear my cap and gown. I still wear my stuff. That's a lifestyle for me. I'm gonna live in my appreciation. I'm not moving on from that. I'm sitting in that, because that's a reminder of everything I've invested in my life. You will not take that away from me.
Yeah. And what you overcome, because I didn't know that you had dyslexia and you went through. That's an amazing feat in itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And for you to even share it on this platform with people that
I've never told anybody about this.
That could potentially be your clients. You just don't know how many people that you're going to resonate more with. Like, oh my God, like this, they can understand me. Not that I'm just paying him the money just to tell me some stuff that's out of a book, but this person actually experienced that. So then he's going to tell me how he overcame it. You know what I'm saying? How he's getting through it, because you're still getting through it, even at this moment right now. It ain't like it just stopped. You just now you know how to manage it in a more efficient way, that now you can look at it in more positive. So you look through that chaos, you saw the positive of it. Now you can actually share that with everyone and show them through, the program that you started and that you created. You know what I'm saying? And that now you sitting on a platform with someone, listen to this, you're sitting on a platform that they've already counted that person out. But you see something totally different in that the message and the purpose is bigger than the person.
Right.
People love to sit with people like that, who can look at it and look beyond who they are. So we're not looking at them as a person. We're looking at them as a spiritual soul being. And we're speaking to their soul, their spirit, because that is where their love is. That is love.
And I'm so glad you talked about soul, because we don't, especially in mental health, we don't talk about soul much. Right? But in my philosophy of healing, soul is our spiritual health. Right? It's the ability to make meaning out of the things that you deal with humanistically.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I can't find appreciation, how can I find soul? Soul is a navigator in appreciation.
Yeah.
It's woven between all of that. And so it's beautiful to see your soul bloom and blossom, and to see you peacock your own soul. There's so many colors that come from you because you are willing to walk the life that you live. And not everybody is willing and capable, but they might be after listening to you. And so you're giving them the chance to choose. And that's something that is truly a divine gift, is helping people with the power to choose again. And then they can learn what appreciation means because they've lived it.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
I'm not going to cry on here. You know that, right?
I'm the back of my head crying. That's why I'm sitting in front. So that's why I'm turning my head. Like, grab my hair real quick. My hair wet.
No, but you know what, listeners, it's a beautiful thing. You know, actually, Dr. Will just guided me off of script, because I'm not even on script. And he did this on purpose. I know he did this on purpose.
I just wanted to make sure that you saw yourself for a second, because the truth is that you don't get to see yourself because you love what you do, and because people that love what they do never get time to sit and see what they love, because they're just doing what they love. And I'm someone that does that, and I'm seeing your moment, and this is your moment. And everyone that's listening to this is witnessing your moment. And I just want to make sure you're really sitting in your appreciation, because we're listening to you right now.
Yeah, I am. It's just that humbleness of me. I am such I am.
Stop. So,
what'd you say? Well, stop.
Just sit in that, because the truth is, yes, I could do a guided meditation. Yes, I can bring the definitions, and I could do all these things. But can we just actually sit in the energy of this appreciation? It's contagious. It's needed. We need you, Nyomi. Thank you. We needed you. I needed you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm not gonna cry on here. I promise you, I'm not.
I am crying right now, so you can. I'll take it for you then, because I can't cry. Because I was not trying to get back into podcasting after all this. I wasn't trying to do nothing like that, because I was burnt out. I was tired. I just wanted to reset and get to know who I am again. And you carried me through a lot of unwillingness that I had to restart things. And you taught me the grace needed to start over. And so I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate your care. I appreciate your consideration. I appreciate your openness. I appreciate you letting me understand your home. You let me into your home. And you didn't have to do that. It could have been a record goodbye. And you let me into your home. And that's your heart. And so my appreciation is, I'm going to honor my appreciation of you by starting mine over and making it as quality and carefully thought of and organically sound and pure as what you have done for so long. You have fought for your life, and you have made it. And you can stand on these platforms, and you can speak amongst me and anybody. And you should never question that ever again in your life. You don't have to do anything else but live. Just live. You've done the work. You have to live it now. So you can't prepare any more than you are. You just have to be ready. So preparing's up.
Yes.
No more of that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I thank you. I do. I do. I thank you. I thank you for talking into me. I thank you for trusting me. I appreciate you for trusting me. I appreciate you for allowing me to guide you in moments. I appreciate you for guiding me in moments. I appreciate you for sharing your heart with me and our listeners. You know, um, and I'm gonna say I appreciate my listeners. There's
mm,
faces that I have not seen,
yes.
and I don't know. Um, there is one, and I'm gonna. I can't even pronounce his name. Every day is I love you. It's Pintu. I think that's his name or her name. I don't even know if it's a he or she. It doesn't make a difference. But every day that I post up, they say I love you, and I say I send love right back, and know that there is this love is all for every single one of you all. There is a
Mm,
come on and they give some empowering words through that or even through emails, and I thank you for it. One guy said he heard it a few weeks ago, or like a month ago, a few months ago, and he had been catching up and wrote this real long letter. And then when I do
mm,
research, he's a therapist himself,
mm.
and that made me like, "Ooh, girl, what you doing?"
Uh-huh.
So it shocks me because this is where I was supposed to be anyway.
We see you. And that's what I'm saying. We see you. When I read your thing, I was like, oh, this is I I see you. I see you as a colleague.
Mhm.
I can respect you as a colleague. I feel you as a friend. And I see you as a soul. And I think you I just you know it. You know it because you do it.
Mhm.
It's not about thinking it and studying it. Like you know it because you do it. And that is something that my degree will not ever tell me how to do that.
Mhm.
You have to live that and apply it. And you are doing the work, and I can see you on that level, and you are at that level. That's not even a question. And so that's why I'm so happy that the other therapists saw it too, because I have some colleagues that need to watch this for themselves.
Mhm.
And a lot of us therapists need therapists. So this is a great advent to that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know, you know, I say your girl the goddess. And when I say the goddess, I really mean the goddess because I understand exactly who I am. God has always been in me, through me, from the very first, that was the very first tattoo that I put on my back. God in spirit on my back.
Mm.
That tramp stamp.
Right there.
Fast forward 10 years later, I am on somebody's screen with people looking at the tramp stamp, and I am a part of that tramp that's in that stamp.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? So when you
Mm-hmm.
look at that, and I'm like, what is that on her back? I mean, God in spirit. So no matter how you see me in that way, know that God is always in me.
Mm-hmm.
It is always in me. I have always been divinely guided. Always been divinely guided.
Always.
Always.
It's never been gone.
It's never been gone. And what I'm doing right now is I'm forgiving myself for allowing others to deter me from who I knew who I was.
Mm.
And that is one of the reasons of why the season of self-love came, because I want people to know who you are. So can't nobody ever else tell you who you are. So can't nobody else write your story for you. Those other people,
Mm-hmm.
they are just characters in your book. That's it. they might not even make it to the next chapter. And it's
Right.
up to them on how they're going to show up in your book. That's the power that each one of us have with our own lives. But that's where we have to go deep and understand who we are. But not only understand who we are, but appreciate it. There was a conversation that I had with one of my cousins. I call him my twin. And I hadn't spoken to him in a while. We always, call and check up on each other. Our birthdays are 2 days apart. I'm 2 days older than him. So I'm number one. He's number two grandchild. I'm number one grandchild.
Thing one and thing two.
Yeah. The running joke that we've been having for ever since we were little. And I am so proud of him in his growth of what he has done thus far. He's 51 years old, just like me. And he has lived life. Life has given him some shit, but he's overcoming those things. And he had shared something with me, and he was saying how one of his baby mamas, or ex-wife, and she was saying all of these things about him and such and such. And I can't believe that she said this to my daughter and child and whatever. And I asked him, I said, but aren't you all of those though? Wasn't you here? Well, didn't you go to jail? When you in prison? Didn't you do that? Didn't you do that?
Mm-hmm.
He said, yeah, but what? Yes, I did do that. Not giving you no excuse, but shit, I didn't even know who the hell I was. I was still trying to find why I was abandoned. I was still trying to find something, and through that, I was doing some shit that I wasn't even right. So I apologize, and I'm sorry. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to take that power away, because people would look like they say, Naomi, you a hoe, you a slut, you did this, you did that, you did this. Yeah, I did do that on film. I sure did. And I did very well in doing that. I got awards, I got trophies, I got all of that. Okay, and I did the same thing that you do in your bedroom.
You probably watch and get pointers anyway.
You understand? So, now take that. Now, what? I don't deserve what? What do I not deserve?
Tell me what I don't deserve that you think you deserve.
Right. Why do you deserve it more? Because you're doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm just doing it on film.
Or you just envious that I actually did what I did.
Right. But you know what? I don't even go there. My thing is that, what's your trigger?
Right.
That you come for me with negativity instead of looking at, oh, wow, she got through that. That's amazing. And she's healing from whatever it is. I don't have the same story that everybody else. I wasn't sexually assaulted or abused. I wasn't. That's not my story. That's what makes it unique to anybody. Yes, I've been married before. Yes, I have. Like, people like, damn, like you ain't crazy.
You actually got a whole life?
Yeah.
Yes, I had a whole life. Yes, I did.
Yeah, your daddy should be ashamed of you. Well, he wasn't. He wasn't. And neither is my mother. Ashamed of me for what? Because they understood why I did it. They knew where my heart was. But not only that, but I learned how to be my own sexual being. I understood now what all of this is entirely. Not only am I spiritually, but I'm sexually. That's how each one of us are made up. But I got to learn firsthand, not only for myself, but also how I interact with others, both positive and negative.
Yeah.
Period. I was in the music industry. I seen more shit in the music industry than I did in the porn industry. Can I keep it real? So my thing is that there is nothing that you can say to me. I got people now that create these different things with me doing. I don't watch porn. Honestly, I never did. I would edit it, but I never did. No, I don't want to see that because that ain't what I watch. You send me some Miss Pat show or something, I will watch it. But why
Right.
send me that? Why are you sending me that? You don't have another conversation for me? Then I'm going to block you. Because there's other
Right.
conversation that you can have for me than to send me video. I don't want you to forget. I don't forget. If you follow me, you will know that I don't forget any chapters in my life.
Nor do you deny anything of yourself either.
No.
If you really took time to actually listen.
No.
You want the image.
Right. I'm not ashamed of that. But what you're not going to do, you're not going to put me in the box because you haven't grown. You ain't here. And see, the thing is, you can still be turned on by that. You can still be turned on by that and still live your life. But you're stuck there for what reason? I'm not.
Right.
Do people say, are you still saying? Yes, I am. Right. Actually, right now, it's probably my most horniest. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's how just, yes. But I choose not to show it no more in that aspect of it. Period. But guess what?
It's ownership.
Yeah, I appreciate those years that I was there. I met some beautiful people when I was there in that industry. But every part of my life, I do appreciate. This right here, this new book. This new book is so amazing. This first chapter of this first book has been amazing. And I can't wait to continue to go to the next chapter and start, man, when you can talk about going into that next book,
right?
When you using the lessons from that first book here,
I feel like it's a whole new book happening.
Man,
it is. People wish I could write their names back in this new book, and I'm like, I don't know if it's worth the ink. I don't know if it's worth the ink.
No, I had said it on last week's show. On last week's show, I had Miss Marcy Scott on there, and she was going by the name of Kitten was her name in the industry. And I got her on, and we talked an amazing transformation that she had, and I love that she was able to own all of her. And I just remember in that conversation that we had about owning who she was. She went through it too. She went through being shamed on some things and certain things, but she was able to grab it and just walk in it. And that is why I created Ask Naomi about bridging the gaps. But then before I do it, bridging the gap, it has grown its own legs. So it's doing its own thing. Wow. I have publicists coming to me to have their clients on, on my show from different backgrounds. But the crazy thing is that even in the adult industry, last week, a few weeks ago, he was a neuroscience. Matter of fact, he just quit his job.
Oh, wow.
Yes. But he's been in the industry for 3-4 years, winning awards and everything.
Wow.
Then another young lady, Isla Moon is her name. Yesterday. Also, a neurologist turned OnlyFans influencer. You understand? Therapists that came on. Actually, a lady that's a minister wants to come on.
Wow. Because they're realizing how important it is to be human. They're learning how important it is, how they've wanted so much that they realized that their humanity was the thing that you actually provide. You provide a space for humanity to exist. Yeah. And that's what we've all wanted as human beings. We just wanted to belong. Yeah. That's it. We've always just wanted to belong. And people have made it hard to simply belong. And you've created a space and a platform for people to belong.
Yeah.
because you couldn't find your place, so you made your space. If I can't ask for it, I'm gonna make it.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I don't think I ever really sat at anyone's table. I really don't. I really don't believe that I sat at. I believe that I've always been creating my own tables. Because I didn't see anyone that was like me. I didn't want to follow behind, so I didn't. I just I embraced my little chocolate self. I embraced all of it. I was skinny. I embraced it all. And just loving on me. Did I have times that I was insecure? Hell yeah, I did. But I never wanted to sit at someone else's table. Never. I've always wanted to create my own. Actually, I wanted to create my own with others. So let's create our own together.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I am. I'm always there, you know.
Yeah. I've always wanted my own village. I wanted always my village. I always wanted my own community.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, you know what? Thank you, Dr. Will, because we was gonna get to going into different type. I don't like how you said.
Nah, we just need this moment. This is too special. This is too special for a prompt. I just needed you to be you. Yeah, I just need you to be you.
But you know, even all of this, my prayer is that y'all truly resonate with all of this and know that if I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And the thing is, there is 136 more with 135 more episodes that's back. And if you missed any, you can go all the way to the beginning into the, to now. And you'd be like, man, that elevation is crazy. And the thing is, every day will be a different day. You're not going to get the same energy every day. You're not. You're just not. And then we put Dr. Will on the top of it. Then it's like, really? That's a whole new thing. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a quick break. And then when I return, we're going to bring Dr. Will on in, all right? It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast with Nyomi Banks, where every day is a chance to embrace self-discovery and personal growth. Join Nyomi on a transformative journey, streaming exclusively on Spotify and Breaker. With daily episodes from Monday through Friday, podcast is your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and self-love. Dive deep into engaging conversations about self-care, mindfulness, and personal development. Nyomi brings you expert insights, practical tips, and uplifting stories from thought leaders in the field. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and unlock the power of self-love. Mark your calendars and tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast. Available every weekday on Spotify and Spreaker. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the beautiful season of self-love. Get inspired and join Nyomi Banks on the Season of Self-Love podcast.
Washington Wellness Institute focuses on healing always. For me, if I look good, then I feel good. If I feel good, then I share the good. If I share the good, then I celebrate the good. If I celebrate the good, then I live the good. So I can be paid to be my greatest. But I have to learn the good to be the good.
So, what does it take to be the greatest? It's as simple as a free 15-minute consultation. Be kind to yourself and heal always.
All right. Well, welcome back. It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And we here with Dr. Will. What's going on, baby?
I am here and happy.
I know that's right. I know that is right. All right. So today's topic, we're supposed to talk about appreciation, but this is our finale. This is our season finale. And Dr. Will kind of like took it over. He kind of took it over, and then I'm kind of following him.
I just came in and I asked a question and then everything flooded. That's what happened. It was a very genuine moment. a very genuine moment. It was graceful. It was very graceful.
It was very graceful. Wow. We are at our hour. We are at our hour point. And this has truly been amazing. It has. And I will be sitting with this feeling throughout the remainder of the summer. The summer has just started for me. I'm swimsuiting it every day, as well as probably grilling every other day. Yeah.
Amen. I want to get my grilling game up. I'm so excited to get my grilling game up.
Yeah.
I need that.
Man, was it day before yesterday? I did a salmon on cedar plank. Oh, it was delicious.
I just bought a big piece of salmon too, and I was thinking what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah, go get a piece of wood plank. I think they sell it at Walmart. I don't know if you have a Smith's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Albertsons or whatever that you have, and they're like $7. Like $7. You get two of them, and then you soak it for an hour before you put it on a grill. Soak it for an hour, season it up the way that you want. I was able to use the fresh rosemary from our garden, and see that's a new thing that I've gotten into is gardening.
I want to get in the gardening. I want to get into it so bad.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
You like it?
I love it. In the beginning, I was afraid of it. I was truly afraid of it because I did not have the green thumb like my grandmother had. Like several different plants in my house has already died. And I was like, that's a big feat. And even when I started it last year, I had started a little bit. I had a few herbs, lavender and a rosemary. Then I had a rose tree, and I had some other, and the rose tree died. Like a lot of stuff was down. I'm right in the middle of the desert, excuse me. And so that was, kind of got me, And then I had grass back there as well. Nice little grass, because it's all was starting for me to, I started it for grounding. So I can sit there in the moment ground, and I was doing my writing. And that's when I started to write my book. And I felt like that's something that I can do. And then and then having that connection with my grandmother, because that's something that she did was, gardening.
Yeah.
My job was gardening.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And so when my mom got diagnosed, and I knew that we have to go to a more healthy lifestyle, more healthy living. And I know a lot of the fruits and vegetables that we get from the stores, they have a lot of chemicals in it. And it's something her and I have been talking about for a while. And so I figured that this will be a motivation for her to get up, come out the room to do with me, because this is something my mother did. Boy, please.
She's just getting the low hanging fruit. That's all.
But I was able to I got mint. I was able to put mint into my water. Mint. I got what is called Steve. I think it's ST.
Stevia.
Yeah, I got that.
Yes.
It tastes so good. It's sweet. You taste it. Yeah. It's just like everything is just growing, tomatoes and all of that, and it's all coming in. It's allowing me to be patient. It's showing me patience. It's showing me how everything is blossoming and coming from the seeds that I've grown, that I see. You know what I'm saying? The seeding.
Wow.
On the other side is that rosemary plant is just wow. It's just growing. So I started creating some rosemary oil here.
Wow. Yeah.
And little bottles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Here. And so it's been an amazing experience there with it, with growing and seeing things start from here and there. And of course I had some help from, some very dear people that's been very loyal to me from the beginning, that I've met in the industry, now that's still servants of mine. And it has been great. Just this whole ride. And
wow,
I've been able to use it even with speaking on here. talking on here as, antidotes of things and situations like that. So this journey, like you said, this book right here, I'm telling you, this second book is
I'm excited.
Yeah, it is truly amazing. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think this era is truly you dominating what self-love can be, is, and will be for everybody else that's a part of this witnessing. You're truly creating the secondary healing wave.
Mm. Wow. As you see that, I'm thinking of different people saying things to me, just confirming a lot of things. Yeah, it's yeah. I would love to see. It was two particular, well, actually all three of them. Call them my three wise people that I met. Two of them before I got into the industry, and one of them while I was in the industry. And they were, wow. 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 Yeah. They were, I don't want to call them fortune tellers. I don't even know what they were calling themselves at the time. One was a medium. I remember him being a medium. The second, and the first one, I don't know what you call her. I don't even know what I don't even know what she would call, but I don't want to say a medium or fortune teller or whatever.
Yeah.
And then this last lady that I saw, I was on set all week with her, and she told me that everything is going to be all right. Just keep following your course. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. She said, don't look over there because you think that grass is greener on the other side. It's not. And then as I'm looking at everything that's happening right now in the music industry, when I'm looking at everything that happened in the modeling industry, when I look at everything that happened, and I was right there at each one of those spaces, like just missing everything. Right. Boom, 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 boom. And it's a conversation that, me and my sister always say to each other. We was like, we wasn't meant to stay there. We weren't meant to stay there. We weren't meant to stay there. And I see it now. I see
a little of peace and appreciation in that.
Yes. 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 Mm-hmm. Man, I see it now. Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But again, my listeners, I truly do appreciate you all. And I know I'm going to miss y'all during the summer. I'm going to, maybe come in, peep in once or twice during the time, a few times, with something maybe on my mind, and I come in.
Just respond to their comments in the video. Just respond to their comments in the video. Let them know you still watching. Respond to their comments on the YouTube.
You know what? No lie, I was sitting and trying to create a summer series.
Oh my God.
Yes, I was creating a summer series, and I think I got on like week 2 of the summer series, and it was going to be like, yep. And then I got sick.
I just yawned because I was like, what? That took a big gulp of air for that one. What?
Yeah. And I had started to get sick.
Oh, wow.
I started to get sick, and I was just like, okay, let me sick, because I was stressed. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get through the summer without this, without doing something. And it was like, no, this is a time that you need to really rest, reset, go get another certification, go add that to your thing. This is like, you've been wanting to do this, put that on there, just, go. And then when that, then bam, spend some time with your mom. Like when, your sister, get her family over here, get your kids out here, like just spend time with family in Chicago, like spend time. And I'm believing that I need to go through those things because guess what? I need to be able to live and grow. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I need to live and grow because there are lessons.
Yes.
Yeah. There are
Because
lessons.
sometimes,
Yeah.
because I have clients that do that, and they do great with me. They do wonderful with me, and then I'm like, okay, I'll see you in about 3 months. Like, what do you mean? We're doing good. I'm like, you need to live more life before you come back and see me.
Yeah.
I'm here to process with you. I need you to live. I need you to live so you can bring something back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Bring
And
something back.
it's even like, listen to me, listeners, even everything that you've learned, whether you start listening yesterday or 2 months ago or 3 months ago, whatever techniques or tips or whatever conversation or whatever stories that myself or Dr. Will has shared, and you kind of doing, this is the time in these next 3 months to use them, to apply them to your life. And then I can't wait to come back in September to a whole bunch of letters that everybody has written, because they're like, dang, remember this show and you said this, and that's how I apply this to there. That's what I'm looking forward to. And that's why I said, no, I might peek my head in, but no, I'm getting ready to start applying. Remember what I told you before when I told not to go into that room all the time like that? Yeah.
And if you think about it, I was trying to count how many days between. I was like 136 episodes. If you start technically on June 1st, you should be right by the time September hits. You can catch right up, you can go right back to episode 1 and start right through. That's what I was thinking. I was like, how many months is that? I could pretty much get to September like that. It works. June, July, August, right through September.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing.
September 1st, yes. And so I am truly, again, I am so appreciative of you, Dr. Will. This is an amazing connection. This is an amazing partnership. This is amazing teamwork that we're doing here. I know there's going to be bigger and greater things for us to come, not only individually, but together, just doing some great work. And I am truly excited for it. I'm excited for it, but guess what? I'm going to be living in a moment.
Yes. I'm so happy we can have this moment.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm excited to share with you. So you're still gonna get your text from Dr. Will, your reflection text. I'm still give you those morning reflection texts. I'm gonna get you those. I got you.
Yeah. So I'm about to put you on the spot. So if you can give us the listeners, a reflection text right now before we close it all off.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
What would that reflection take? And I'm gonna answer right here.
Okay, you can answer right here. Okay. All right. I'll make it the good one then. Okay.
I'm gonna answer right here.
In looking at this month, you've had to make choices that had to challenge you, change you, or culture you. My question for you is very simple. What are you willing to learn about yourself? What are you willing to educate about yourself? And what are you willing to let go of about yourself?
What's the first one again?
Learn, educate, let go.
Learn, educate, let go. All right. What I learned about myself is it's okay to be safe with myself. It's okay to be safe with myself, with who I am. What I educate about myself That it's okay to live in the now. That I don't have to look back and I don't have to look forward. That it's okay to live in it now. And I'm getting ready to say it, that it's safe to live in the now.
Mm-hmm. I connected it for a reason like this. Bring it home.
And what's the last one again?
Let go.
Let go. You know what? Let go of fear. Let go of fear. I've been holding on to fear for so long that it showed up in so many different ways, camouflaged in so many different ways. And when I let go of that fear, I let go of so many different things. I let go of the mask. I let go of the insecurities. I let go of the lies that I tell myself. I let go of the self-doubt. So many things. That fear let go of a lot. So remember last week when I put on that safety belt and I said I felt like I put on that safety belt? Yeah. I got that safety belt on, and that means that I am so safe. This is probably the safest that I ever felt. And when I mean that allowing myself to be safe, that means allowing myself to be raw and authentic and acknowledge and appreciate everything about my tears. Appreciate the hurt. Appreciate the love. Appreciate even just receiving words of greatness to me, understanding what all that means for me. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think with all those three, you're going to have to reach in first. You're going to have to reach out. And then you're going to have to tie. So what you let go of is also the thing you tie and untie at the same time, which is beautiful. That's a great processing. Yeah. Yeah, that was a great answer.
Well, you're welcome. No, thank you.
I do what I can. I'm only one gal.
Oh, all right, my beautiful people. Again, thank you so much, Dr. Will. This has been amazing. And we got to check in. We got to check in every week. We said we check in last week. We checking in.
Yep. Yep. Not leaving me.
What you say?
Like, I'm a Cancerian. We needy and emotional. So he's just going to keep going on. You can't leave. It's the crab shell. It's crab shell.
Exactly. And to all of my beautiful, loyal listeners here, oh my God, I don't know if we're going to call y'all seasonals. I'm going to find a word, something for all of us, the SOS band. Shit, I don't know.
Right. Copyright immediately.
SOS, something sexy, something real nice and sexy.
Soul, season of love, the soul, my soul people, season of love.
Oh, my soul people, season of okay.
Soul, that's play on words. SOL.
Okay.
Sun, soul, yeah.
Okay.
Tandras.
Yeah, I'll play around with that. Let me think about it. I'm gonna think. I like that though.
Soul folk. Yeah. Soul folk. Your soul folk.
My soul folk. But again, y'all, this has been an amazing journey. We did it. I'm telling y'all, I'm saying we because we, man, please, I don't care if it's 20 listeners or 100, 1,000 or whatever. I thank y'all. I really do. And again, Dr. Will, thank you so much. Thank you so very much. This is, I'm going to go give me a nice glass of wine.
I'm gonna go for the bamboo.
Yeah.
Get my little Wayne drink on.
Yeah, a nice glass of wine. So my beautiful people, again, thank you. Thank you. As we wrap this first season, I want you to remember that all 136 episodes are there for you to revisit anytime you need a boost of self-love. This summer, I want you to keep an eye out for some special episodes. Maybe before we return in September for some new season of growth and learning. So until then, I want you to keep practicing and appreciating and spreading love wherever you go. Take care. Have a beautiful and amazing summer. Have a good one. Thank you for listening to the Season of Self-Love podcast. And we hope that you enjoyed this fun filled with inspiration, empowerment, and self-discovery. Remember, practicing self-love is a journey and not a destination. For more information and to stay connected with us, visit our website at theseasonofselflovepodcast.com. And if you have any suggestions or questions or feedback, feel free to shoot us an email at seasonofselflove@gmail.com. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook for daily doses of self-love tips, motivation, and community support. So join our Facebook group, The Season of Self-Love, to connect with like-minded individuals on their journey to self-discovery and self-compassion. Thank you again for being a part of our community and dedicating to nurturing self-love and embracing self-worth. So stay tuned for more exciting episodes and guests in the next season. And remember, you are worthy of love, kindness, and all the happiness in the world. So until next time, take care of yourself and spread love wherever you go. See you soon.